Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich Puerto Rico. Let's continue off where we last left off. So, we're only about halfway through 1939, so second Weltkrieg should be beginning soon. And I'm hoping I'll be able to actually join a faction. I think that would be cool. I think that would be fun. I mean, which faction would I want to join? I would probably say the Reichspakt would make the most... Not necessarily the most sense, but the side that has a better chance of actually winning, the Entente. The Entente's the Entente. They kind of just suck, so we're not going to worry about them. But Germany, I mean, they are in an interesting situation. They also resolve our economic crisis. Mostly because, I mean, France, the Dutch, Britain, Ireland, Spain, it's a pretty good-looking international. They do have, well, Germany does have the Ottomans, the entirety of the Middle East on their side, so that's going to open up a nice front line against the Russians. But it's still a... I don't know, is that going to be enough for them? I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't know. We'll have to see. We actually have a second unit. We're actually going to deploy another unit to Puerto Rico. Fantastic. We've now doubled the size of the army. Absolutely beautiful. Can I actually make these any better? They're anything common with right now. You know what? I'll take it. We're not going to worry about it any more than that. Also, I am a little bit... I think I'm getting sick, so if I sound a little bit off, that would be why. So. We don't do anything with our officer corps. We don't really have any... I guess we have an infantry specialist. We'll take him for right now. He's fine. He's not the best, but he's okay. So we have about 13 days until you're ready to be finished up, and then we'll finish all of our military proposals here. Do you have any more military factories coming in? An air base, but that's not really what I'm looking for. You actually don't do anything, which is very, very nice. Construction 2 is now finished. Excavation is useless because I'm pretty sure, again, Puerto Rico doesn't actually have any natural resources whatsoever. We'll take the 39 rifle. I think that seems okay. We have no steel, which is just wonderful. But the thing is, like, if we're playing Puerto Rico, we're never going to have, like, a large army. We really don't need a massive economy to sustain 2, 3... maybe, if we're lucky, 4 divisions. Like, where we're at with, like, you know, let's say 3 military factories by the beginning of the Second Weltkrieg should probably be enough. At least I'm hoping. Right now we have 3 on you. You'll be done on the 20th July. I don't think we have another slot after that. Which then actually kind of puts in a weird situation for our civilian factories, because what the hell do I use them for? I mean, I guess we could make a very large naval base. Could put a very large air base. What else could we possibly do after this? Land fort, coastal forts, make that into level 10. Because once we're done building this military factory, we won't have any building slots. So, I mean, infrastructure, boost that up, sure, as well. Make that next, I guess. How expensive is 6,000? Your 5,000 airbase. You know what? Let's go with you first. The defense battery. Actually, you're the Dutch East Indies. Yes. And the West Indies Federation. I think at this point it's a little bit too late. I don't think they can switch to Syndicalist anymore. So we should be somewhat safe there. We have an extra military factory as well. Let's produce some basic artillery. We can maybe have a little bit of support artillery in our armies as well. If we can get 4 divisions, I'd be stunned, honestly. I'd be over the moon. I'd be over the moon. I'd be over Mars, over Jupiter. I would just be in space, basically. If we can actually have an army that could do something. Again, the question is, like, what do we do? What do we do about... we can't send our units to Europe, I don't think. And we won't be able to send our units to Europe primarily due to the fact that I think we'd get killed off by Spanish, French, and British ships. So our operations, I think, have to kind of be locally in South America or the Caribbean. You know, we have no naval units. I mean, once we get limited conscription, it has no penalty for us. I mean, we could try to just mostly force our all of Washington. How did... Okay, so the CSA took Washington. I still think MacArthur should end up winning the war in the long run. At least based on what I'm seeing here. You still don't do anything. 200, you know what? 200 aircraft for free. That actually is pretty important. Cuba, how many troops do you guys actually have? 7 to 21, okay. So, maybe operations in the Caribbean, maybe I was being a little too... Maybe I was being a little bit too ambitious. 2 divisions against at minimum 7 is not going to work out well for us. You're not in a faction. You're not in a faction. None of you guys down here are in a faction either, at least not yet. I mean, I guess we could try to send troops like the French Republic. Move them up north, ship them over to... probably to Sicily's, I would say. Does that make sense? I don't know. Okay, so the S4 will probably end up killing the Italian Republic. They might... Will they be able to kill to Sicily before the war begins? I don't know. It's quite possible. Let's get a military theorist. Why not? We can maybe get, you know, some more doctrines here. We actually, you know, we already have 2. That is significantly more than I thought we actually had. So I'm happy with that right now. I mean, I guess we do want MacArthur to win. Because if MacArthur wins, he should hopefully join the Entente. And then with their backing, maybe, just maybe, we can, you know, launch invasion into like Cuba and whatnot. Improve machine tools, I'm happy to see it. Give me some more factory output, please, and thank you. Do I want to import steel? I mean, at this point, I think it makes sense. Yeah, let's import 1 unit of steel. We'll get that from the MacArthur government. So you're now being a lot more efficient. You're probably still like a negative 5% because we're still missing... Yeah, because we don't have any tungsten. You know what? I think MacArthur lost Washington and immediately screwed up his entire AI. And now he's sending all his units back up to New England. So MacArthur, who I thought was almost a shoo-in, might have like overplayed his hand. Oh, look at that, 3rd Division. If I wanted to, we want this to 4, yes. If I want to throw an artillery in here, how expensive is that? 12. You know what? It's not that bad. We can do it. 500 rifles. We actually make like 20 a day, I think. So actually, we should be fairly okay. Doesn't remove Biden power. Argentine free territory. So you guys are all syndicalists. That's fine. Fighter. I mean, yeah. Again, 200 fighters. I will absolutely take it. But actually, Brazil's in the Reichspakt. So what we'll probably end up doing is sending probably keep 1 unit in Puerto Rico to make sure we don't like get immediately capitulated by, you know, Cuba or Britain or something like that. And then send the rest of our army over to Brazil and use them to fight our way into Chile, Argentina, and Bolivia would be my guess. Because Cuba, I mean, we don't have a navy. We can't navally invade Cuba. We would have to wait for probably the Entente to get naval superiority if we wanted to even attempt it. I think we really are just more of a, you know, help out Brazil against the southern syndicalists down here. They should end up joining joining International. I don't know exactly when that will be. Probably the start of the Second Weltkrieg. I know that's usually a lot of a gate for many countries joining factions. Is the Second Weltkrieg has begun. So we'll kind of see how that goes. I think MacArthur's flubbed it. I think the CSAs could actually kill MacArthur. But what a turn of events here that I did not see coming originally. This doesn't even matter. Give me a torpedo hit chance. Sure, why not? None of you guys do anything. I wouldn't mind an entrenchment, but he is. What's that? Wait, who you already hired? Are you the president? Are you Juan? No. You were Carlos. Are you Carlos? No. It says he's hired elsewhere. Is he one of these guys? No. You're Juan Caesar. Okay, no, yeah, you haven't hired somewhere else. Okay. So right now, you are a 5% division of defense. I mean, 5% more defense, I think, is better than 50% entrenchment speed. So we'll keep you where you're at for now. Okay, I do think the socialists will end up winning their war in Greece eventually. That'll open up another front line in the Balkans. We'll see how the International can actually deal with that, though. They might send too many units down here. Again, there's the Ottomans. The Ottomans are very powerful. They're looking very good. I mean, their stability is not great, but that's just the Ottoman Empire. They have horrible stability. Azerbaijan, again, they should end up joining the Reichspakt as well. Finland, I don't know, honestly. I don't know what Russia and Finland are going to do with each other. Like, Russia might invade Finland, which would be good for us. Because, again, it's going to distract Russian troops. But it's hard to say. It's hard to say. And Transimir. Again, I would like Transimir to push her way into Russia as well. We'll see if that happens. Fingers crossed. But the fact that they are a Japanese puppet state means I don't think it's going to happen. Okay, you're now finished. You still don't do anything. Air Doctrine bonus. 75 more planes? I mean, getting these 3 planes is very important. I'm happy with that. How many planes can you hold? 1,200? Damn, okay. Get these planes ready to go. And I guess, like, after we have our rifles... Like, do we already have the rifles? We do. Just have 1 right now in infantry equipment, then. We don't really need more than that. 1 factory on infantry equipment should be enough to sustain our entire army from now until the, excuse me, the end of the campaign. MacArthur, what are you doing? Like, are you beating the American Union state? Actually, I don't know. How close is it actually to capitulating? They're halfway, but so is the MacArthur government. Okay. Is New York a core? No. I think they lose, like, Boston. That might actually be it for the MacArthur government. Very cool, very cool. Again, I had such high hopes. I really thought that maybe he stood a chance. But he's flubbed it. He's 100% flubbed it. Okay, it's almost 1940. So again, the second Weltkrieg should be kicking off sometime soon. And then I have to look up what the actual event file is for me to join the Reichspakt, because I don't remember exactly what the event is. I don't think Puerto Rico normally can join the Reichspakt, if I'm not mistaken. In fact, I don't know if Puerto Rico can actually join any faction by default. Like, maybe the Entente? I know the Entente can occupy Puerto Rico under certain circumstances. But obviously that didn't happen here. Again, you guys are both kind of ass. I mean, bad weather penalty might... 10% superiority. Give me the bad weather penalty reduction. I think that seems okay. How's our construction doing? We're slowly building. You know what? A level 3 fort here is a negative 45% attack. We should be, I think, okay. Well, I know it's 45% per land fort. Is it the same for naval forts? Yes, okay. So it's a negative 45 for anybody trying to land in San Juan, which is nice. If anything, I should build naval fortifications way more often than I actually do. Okay, there's infantry equipment 2, close air support. Your doctrine bonus, as far as I know, you don't do anything. The Coast Guard is also like an ass bonus, so let's go with you. Playing speed, max planning. Argentina joining International. So yeah, we're definitely going to have to support the Brazilians in their war against Argentina. Excavation doesn't do anything. I mean, what do I want to research? You know what? Let's go to radar detection. Construction doesn't really do too much for us. I guess we'll take advanced machine tools next. I'm just so used to always getting construction, but when you have like 3 factories, or having like no factories make it actually more important that you get construction speed bonuses. It's either more important or significantly less important. It's one of the 2 extremes. But I don't know which one it is. Okay, let's get you to level 2. Convert what you can. We have enough rifles, which is good. We might as well get 1 more here. And you base have enough guns. Fantastic. Chile is joining International, which means that Bolivia is in the International. Yeah, so we're definitely going to need to send some units down to South America. And again, I'm still really surprised that Iberia still has all their colonial holdings. Maybe when the war actually starts, they'll get seized. I'm not too sure. I'm just surprised they have them in any capacity. Also, 79% world tension. Was the bombing of Avincourt? Dates? No, it's okay. It was a different. No, France shelled the village this time. Okay. Usually Germany bombs Avincourt, but this time France has bombed another city. Elfrigen, which I'm assuming is in Alsace-Lorraine, but I'm not too sure. And Germany's mobilized their forces on the Communard border. So the second Weltkrieg should be beginning soon. Also, the SRI might actually like die in a second. SRI, what happened to you, man? Okay, that's good for us though, because it's going to get rid of one of France's potential allies in the Italy, which is good for us. New Sicily should end up joining the Reichspakt. Italian Federation, I think, will probably end up being neutral, if I had to guess. Philippines are dead. You've got National Populist, which means that you're actually not even in the Reichspakt, so Russia might just invade you fairly early on, and fairly easily as well. Okay, Prince Federation's almost dead down here. We're going to give the Dominion of India a little bit of a power boost, which they can use against the Bahari Commune. Use that power to support them in a war against the International. Brazil, how many units do you guys have? 12. I think they might just be completely outnumbered and outgunned, which is a little bad. But where do we want to send units? Do we want to send units down to the Argentinian border? Or do we want to send them to the Bolivian border and help them move their way into Chile? I'm going to say into Argentina. Paraguay is conservative. I don't think they can actually do anything. Okay, no, you do stuff now. Okay, max planning. I mean, we'll get it. And then after this, I think we'll probably focus on probably air production would be my guess. I think that makes the most amount of sense. Just getting more planes would always be nice. Actually, how many planes do these guys actually have down here? 0, very little, and 0. Okay, so actually our fighter and close air support force surprisingly actually is important. Like, it can actually maybe get stuff done in South America, which is very nice. I'm happy with that. And Central America is not in the International quite yet. Cuba is also not in the International quite yet. I mean, these two should join at some point. Mexico will stay isolationist, so we don't have to worry about the Mexicans, which is nice. But Mexico will invade the United States if Canada involves themselves in the American Civil War. And at this point, I think they should. The CSA has somehow come from behind and is now absolutely kicking ass, which is a little terrifying. Let me just put it that way. Not happy with it. I mean, if the Italian Republic can like take Genoa, they can probably move their way into Turin pretty quickly. But they'll probably end up joining the International right away. If I had to take a guess, So yeah, one of you is definitely starting a war. One of you is definitely preparing the war button. I don't know who it is, but it's definitely one of you. Okay, there's our 4th division. Got one more coming up, and that's basically, I mean, that's gonna be our cap. There's really nothing else we can do about that. Like maybe war economy. Fuel gain per oil. Do we even need war economy? Does that actually do anything for us when our industry is so small? I mean, it's a construction speed for mill straight factories, but we have no building slots. So maybe we actually want to. I think well, we might want to get building slots, but I don't think there's actually anything we can do about that anymore, unless it's in here. Not as far as I can tell, but maybe when we're at war, it might pop up. It's strange because I like never take any building slot options because I usually think they're basically ass. Oh, but Heart Economy just annexed the southern territory down here. I don't think they have. Actually, there's not even a port down there, so actually they can't even bring troops over here to reinforce these holdings. So the Dominion of India is just gonna take it. I do think that the Dominion of India should end up winning this war. I mean, they're actually outnumbered, so it's hard to say. Okay, but Russia now invaded Ukraine. They have a casus belli against the Germans, so at any moment, Russia could begin the Second Weltkrieg. Will they do it? The answer is yes. They've immediately declared a war on Georgia, which means that there's going to be a war with Germany, and the Weltkrieg will begin. Air Doctrine bonus, we might as well take it. The entire Coast Guard tree, garbage. We don't care even remotely for that, so we should be okay. But now you're at war with Germany. France should be getting themselves involved very soon as well. And then the Weltkrieg will be ready to go. The war in Western Europe. There is no war in Western Europe. The war is actually in Eastern Europe, but it's okay. We all get confused sometimes. Maybe because Russia's socialist, it gets confused. I don't know. And you're in the Reichspakt, you're in the Entente. These guys will probably join like the Aldine Federation or whatever the faction is called, and it will stay mostly neutral. Peru will probably be neutral. I don't think they can join any faction. I mean, most of South America can't really join many factions. Okay, Russia will declare war on Azerbaijan. Will you? There you go. You will join the Reichspakt. And again, France very soon is going to join the war as well. Very, very soon indeed. And in fact, if Germany puts all the units on the Russian border, which they might, we might actually see France and especially the Dutch just walk into the country without really any opposition. Okay, Denmark's now in the Reichspakt. We will see if they have the counter coup, where they go social democratic. I mean, they could also go syndicalist if Germany invades. Yeah, okay, there's the Aldine Pact. So basically, all of North South America is now going to be neutral. We don't care about them at all. And do we care about anyone else in here? Screens we don't care about. Submarines we don't care about. I mean, I guess you might as well take a fighter manufacturer, and then we could just I think we have to do edits. Just change any of these. Okay, cost 25. Once we modify that even a little bit, we can get the company in there. Give them a little bit of a bonus. Yeah, so I think probably between this episode and next episode, I'll actually look up what the actual the event I need is to join Germany. Yeah, because I think we're just neutral. There's really nothing we can do about it. But yeah. How much longer until you're ready to deploy? You'll be ready to deploy in April, so about 1 more month from now. And that'll basically be the full extent of the army. Okay, Lithuania has declared their independence. They'll probably get crushed immediately. But that does call White Ruthenia is now completely isolated. The Baltic Dutch is also basically completely isolated. Very interesting. This could be really bad for Germany, actually. But for right now, this will be a good time for us to end this episode. Thank you to everybody for watching. If you enjoyed, give a thumbs up. Not enjoyed, thumbs down. If you want to subscribe, and goodbye.